Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on War Wings. Really excited with the way that the friend system and gift giving works in the game, because it can mean a lot of players are taking home some great little fighters. And in particular, we're going to focus today's video on Sam's Beaufighter and kind of like just talk about how I got to get that. And it was due to this system here. So if you're not familiar, you know, if you're thinking of picking up the game, there's a lot of things that are free on offer to players, especially to start off with the fact that you can gift, and as that really means that you can get silver and also the chance of getting crates, and these crates are going to come thick and fast, and you can be able to get some really decent stuff. So make sure you got loads of friends, and at the same time like share these kind of like gifts with one another, because it can mean you could get some like decent little fighters that are going to allow you to learn a bit more, at the same time some that are really gonna like cut you some slack with taking down the enemy. And yes, one such of those planes is Sam's Beaufighter, a great little fighter that I'm having a lot of fun with. This just like pinged up out of a crate, and I just thought, wow, that first of all, that the design side of things is pretty cool, and then I got to kind of like properly like have a look at like the plane and the things like loadouts, and at the same time just like how much of the stats really kind of like look quite good. Even though, and quite unfortunately, maneuverability is quite bad, there's a lot of other things that make up for this. In particular, the survivability is really high at 68. If you compare that with just like the standard ones, like 46, and a previous one that we covered, which was the Yak, only at 44. So you're going to see this guy take a lot of punishment. With maneuverability not being that great, it's made up for with regards to speed and also firepower. Two things that are really important with planes like this. Yes, you're going to find that you're not going to be able to kind of match up to like your Hurricanes, your Yaks and other things at tier 3, but you should be able to kind of, again, withstand and kind of take punishment, and at the same time just stand there and kind of like fire wholeheartedly at the enemy. Having rockets is incredibly cool. I'm having a lot of fun with rockets, especially seeing a lot of them at tier 3. Really allows players that if you just get hold of rockets to kind of then practice a little bit at lower tiers to then see how it can benefit you in like a higher tier, because it's going to be a lot more competitive when it comes to being up a higher tier and trying to use rockets. I've loaded my Beaufighter out as you see here, and also my gun sights, and just to give you an idea, this is the gun sight I currently use. I may change this, but I just like the way that it's kind of done as a kind of a crosshair, so that seems a bit more kind of effective for me, but that's because I did a lot of shooter games, so it's just my personal preference. Either way, without further ado, let's get this into some gameplay. So I love this little fighter. I thought it was brilliant. I do think there's kind of like issues with regards to maneuverability, as we all know. But it's just based on the size of a plane like this. You wouldn't expect a plane of this size and wingspan and just like general kind of armament to be anything quicker than it is with regards to kind of like shifting and changing movement. Sam's Beaufighter is one of those crate planes or kind of special planes. I don't think you're going to see it anytime soon coming up. Unless obviously you're very lucky in supply crates. But maybe look out from time to time in the sell section of the premium store just to see if there's one in there, and sometimes there's a bargain or two in there, so maybe consider taking one out now and again. Either way, if heavy armament is your bag and you don't really kind of like have any interest of shifting movement, then this may be the plane for you. Heavy kind of damage output does mean if you kind of aim true and at the same time lead your shots quite well, it may mean that you may not have to kind of like move quite as quickly, and at the same time when you're moving you could also just like hammer down on the power or kind of wait until maybe the enemies kind of use as much power, then swoop in for the kill. But at the same time kind of plan your rockets. Maybe you could aim ahead a little bit further and kind of plan the fire of the rockets. Look out for more kind of like side-on angles of planes, as that's kind of the greatest impact radius. Trying to hit a plane where it's sideways is not great, but like that, a lot more easier. So thank you very much for watching this video all about Sam's Beaufighter. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe for more War Wings, and as always I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.